to take 2 of the Microsoft Flight Simulator Steam Edition Twitch broadcast. We did start off earlier. We had a few technical problems, a bit of a sound issue. Noticed a few of you on the chat weren't hearing us properly. So we've turned everything right up to 11, as they say, and fingers crossed we should be good this time.
Yeah.
If any more problems, just let us know and we'll do our best as we go along. So I'm Martin, I'm your host tonight. I'm from the community team here at Dovetail Games, and joining us as always is brand manager of flight simulation games and products here at Dovetail Games, Amy.
Hello.
How you doing, you alright?
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
Let's try again. This time we've hopefully ironed out the gremlins. So let's dive straight in. We were looking at some brand new content.
Yeah, we are looking at Air Alaska from Take Flight Interactive and the A2A Simulations Piper J3 Cub, which we are looking forward to bringing out very soon. As I was explaining before, Air Alaska is a mission pack focused around the experience of being an Alaskan bush pilot. So we have 5 missions included in there. The mission pack focuses on hauling people and freight as a rookie pilot. Mm-hmm. You'll get to know your coworkers. So we have Rosie, the gossiping dispatcher, and the aptly named Martin, the grumpy bush flying veteran.
Is that based on anyone, that one? Is that,
I don't know, is it?
I'm trying not to take that personally. I really am.
This was based with the A2A Simulations Cub in mind. So included in it, you get a custom Air Alaska livery for both the A2A Piper Cub and the default Piper Cub if you don't have the A2A version. In the video there, that's me flying the...
That is, yep.
Yep.
It's much better than my attempt.
Oh man, this mission pack actually is I found quite challenging. You would think, most people would think, I think, that Piper Cubs, stick and rudder flying.
Yeah, sure.
Simple. How hard could it be? Well.
Well, here's your answer.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of fun. The Tundra tires were definitely tricksy. What I find with the A2A Cub is most exciting is the AccuSim technology that this aircraft is based on.
Yeah, we've had a lot of questions coming about that, asking what exactly that is it going to be included, is it not going to be included, so what's the score there?
So yeah, the J3 Cub is an AccuSim aircraft, which means it behaves just like a real aircraft would. But good piloting skills are rewarded with a longer life, better performance, the engine completely realistic. We have the propeller physics, so the prop is constantly active and allows for both hand and air starting of the machine. And another unique thing is the sounds for this aircraft were actually professionally recorded, from 3 actual Piper Cubs.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, realism is the name of the game for this aircraft pack. Also included are 9 liveries. We also have Tundra tires, which are featured heavily in the Air Alaska mission pack, floats and skis, so you can land on a variety of terrains, which I suppose comes in very handy if you're
in Alaska. Yeah, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, down to the very last rivet, both the engine and airframe physically vibrate and shake based on real world conditions. You also get stall and spin realism, as you can see there. This is an aircraft that you don't stop flying.
Sure.
I know in FSX a lot of times, you can kind of leave an aircraft airborne and expect it to take care of itself, but this is not the case with...
You're going to have to look after this one.
Yeah, definitely, but it's definitely incredibly interactive, loads of fun, highly recommended. I know the guys at A2A Simulation are incredibly passionate about aviation, and it definitely shows through in the Piper Cub.
Are we coming in for a landing here?
Yes. About to see Martin, the grumpy bush pilot.
The grumpy bush pilot.
As you can see, landing technique.
Oh, not quite.
Particularly strong. I know. Yeah, definitely.
Hold on. Give it another try.
Yep. Here it goes. Oh.
Okay, so we need to work on the landing a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of redeemed myself. In the
Yeah, we got there eventually.
Came a bit short.
Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, as they say.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
And I understand if you're a bit lonely and need a bit of company, this one comes with someone.
Oh yes, yeah. With the Piper Cub, you have the option of adding a passenger.
Okay.
Name is Heidi, and you can alter the weight of Heidi, and that has a direct impact on the way the aircraft handles.
Sure.
Limit
And,
55 if you're not climbing over
And you
something.
can also choose her mood, so she can be fun or silent or scared.
Well, hopefully not scared. Although I haven't seen that landing. Okay, so when can we expect that one?
That will be coming as soon. That'll be the first add-on that we plan to bring out after the next FSX update is released.
Right, which brings us on to the update news.
Yes.
So last week on the 20th, we rolled out a update for FSX Steam Edition, which was from version number 62613. Let me just get this right, to 62615.
Yes.
Now that update had already been for open beta, like all our updates, both a public open beta available to players and also to a developer beta, which we hand out to all our third-party partners, and so they can make sure everything's working their end. And it all went fine, but unfortunately we encountered a few problems when we actually released it to everybody.
Yeah, unfortunately, within hours of releasing the update, we received several support messages from you guys saying that it had impacted your scenery config files adversely. So we pulled it with a quickness, and we've been working ever since to rectify the issue. At the moment, 62615 we put it back out in public beta.
Yep.
So if you guys want to give it a try, any information, the more information we have on this, the better. Although we do recommend backing up your scenery config file before downloading before downloading the update.
Yeah, absolutely. That's available on, we've got details of that on FSX Insider.
Yes, and the Steam community forum as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find all the information you need there. If you want to give the beta a try, that's going to run for a few more days, and then I think the plan is to try again and get the update out to everybody.
Yeah, we're going to try and put that out next week. It's also worth mentioning as well, make sure to update your FSUI PC to the latest version if you're going to do this beta as well.
Yeah, when we put the update out, we're going to put out some advice as well, which we think may have had a little bit of an effect on what happened and what didn't happen. But all the information will be there. The update is coming. It will be available soon. We just want to make sure that based upon what you've told us, everything's running the way it should do.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're sorry for any inconvenience that caused, and we're sorry for the delay, but we're getting there quickly as we can. So expect some news about that one very soon.
For sure.
So also on a similar kind of note, Windows 10.
Yes.
So Windows 10 launched a little while ago, about a month ago I think it was.
29th of June, I believe.
Okay, that's quite impressive. 29th of June, there you go. And we did a lot of testing from Windows 10. We wanted to make sure that FSX ran well on Windows 10 before we gave any kind of official advice on the matter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So as far as we can tell, lots of players have been saying, yeah, absolutely fine, running no problem at all. But a few people have encountered some problems.
Yeah, for sure. From the support tickets we've gotten, it seems most of the issues are caused by graphic card drivers and software not being updated or updated at all, I guess. Yeah,
it's a brand new operating system. Always with these things, new drivers come out, new updates come out, bits and pieces, all the kind of third-party graphics cards and those sort of things which the system relies upon. It takes a little while for all of that to just kind of come through and just get settled down, and that's kind of what we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I can say for sure that FSX Steam Edition is compatible with Windows 10. However, there are so many other factors that are dependent for it to run that, depending on your setup, you may have a mixed result. But definitely keep those support requests coming in, and our support team will be happy to help you with any problems you may be having. Yeah,
absolutely. And we have to say a big, lots of kudos going out to the community, to you guys, because there's some threads running up on our community forums, and you've been helping each other out and giving each other advice and saying what works and what doesn't work for you. So, great work, guys. Fantastic on that. It's really helped us out. And as we said, there's information available. You can see a link there at the bottom of the screen. If you're having a few problems, don't hesitate to get in touch, and we'll do our best to get you back up and flying.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay then, right, on from Windows 10, we've got another new add-on to talk about.
Yes. A few months ago, we announced our partnership with Orbx Simulation Systems, and then shortly thereafter, we announced Friday Harbor, which should be coming out in a matter of weeks. Although today, we made another special announcement. We have Orbx's Mixed Field coming later this year to FSX Steam Edition.
Got some screenshots here of that one.
Yes. So this one's dear to my heart. I grew up about 2 hours east of Chicago.
Okay.
So it's quite exciting. So yeah, it's everything you would expect from an Orbx scenery add-on. It's gorgeous. I've had to tinker around with it. Can't wait for this one to come out.
And like Friday Harbor, this one's going to be kind of a standalone pack. You're not going to need any of the other dependencies and things to run this.
No, you don't need any other Orbx add-on in order to run this correctly. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And a bit of an interesting checkered history to this airport.
Oh yeah, this was the gateway to Chicago for many years, until the mayor of Chicago, I forget which one it was, but decided that he wanted to use the area as a park.
Right.
Instead, to name after his wife. And so in the middle of the night, he had contractors come in and bulldoze the runway.
As you do. So a nice romantic gesture for his wife, but not so great for AV geeks out there.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so
Note to my future husband, don't demolish any airfields in my
it's
name.
not a way to your heart, not a way to go. So when can we expect to see this?
After Friday Harbor.
Okay, so
coming soon later this year.
yeah, no exact date, but definitely going to be in this kind of later half of the year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so look out for more news and information about that coming soon. Talking about things coming soon, we've got some events coming up.
Yes, we have Flight Sim 2015 coming to the RAF Museum at Cosford. That's going to be on the 3rd of October. It's being organized by Just Flight and PC Pilot.
That's in the UK, we should probably say, for
Yes,
our
it's
international
in the UK.
viewers.
So, British simmers, if you're in the area, it would be great to see you. Well, everyone else, hey, why not fly in? It'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, if you can come across, come across. We're both going to be there.
Yep. Yeah, Dovetail's going to be there. Martin and I are going to be wandering around saying hi to people.
Yeah, by all means, if you spot us on the floor, come along and say hi. Do you know who else is going to be kind of showing there and exhibiting?
Well, there's going to be Just Flight, PC Pilot, Airsoft, loads of community groups, some virtual airline groups, I think Midland Computers is going to be there, Chill Blast. Yeah, it's going to be a whole heap of fun.
Okay, and when was that? Early October, is it?
The 3rd of October.
Okay, so 3rd of October.
Yeah, advance tickets are available on the event website. It's flightsimulationshow2015.com. If you do pre-order a ticket, you also get a goodie bag.
Who doesn't love a goodie bag?
I love a goodie bag.
Oh, where's my goodie bag? I haven't got one yet. I've got my ticket. Where's mine? I have to have words. It's not on. Yeah, but we're going to be at that. So yeah, if you're in the area, you get a chance to pop along, come say hi. We'd love to hear from you and meet you. And it's great to be able to put faces to the names of the people we deal with and speak to regularly. So yeah, pop along.
Yeah.
Right then, talking about things from the community, that brings us on to the Q&A section. So we've already got some questions that are coming in. Jay's on the chat, so if you have any questions, fire them at Jay and he will do his best to get them over to us, and we're going to get through as many as we possibly can. To start with though, we've had some come in from the community already, so I'm just going to go through these. I'm going to try my best with your names, apologies if I get anything wrong. Right then, so TU114 on Steam, he says, thank you very much for hosting the Q&A session. Well, it's absolutely our pleasure. Can you provide any additional information about the new sim? So he's talking about Dovetail Flight Simulator, which we've kind of been talking about, not talking about for a while now.
Yes, we have been talking about not talking about it for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a case that we've had to kind of say, yes, it is in development and we can't really say much, which we understand is frustrating, but that's the way it's been. But Gamescom came out recently.
Yes.
There was some news about Windows, there was some news about possible consoles, some news about flight technology. Would you like to explain what this all is?
Yes. All right, so Gamescom. which was at the beginning of August, we released a press release detailing an agreement with Microsoft to bring our future releases to the Windows 10 gaming platform and some of our future releases to Xbox One. So DFS, Dovetail Flight Simulator, is going to be available on both Steam and Windows 10 once it comes out. There is talk of possibly doing a console release, however, that hasn't been confirmed. We don't know if it's going to happen. What we're going to do at the moment is we're going to make sure we make the best PC flight simulator we possibly can, and then, see.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as it stands at the moment, concentrate on PC. PC is my aim. Bring it to Steam, bring it to the Windows platform.
Yes.
And then we're going to look at console afterwards and see what our options are there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, absolutely, possibility could be seeing it on Xbox One, but at the moment, PC is where we're concentrating. We think get that right first, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, definitely. And Martin, you brought up flight technology.
Yes, I mean, it's a bit of a catch-all term. We've had a few questions come in about that. What does it mean? What is it actually based on? Can you expand upon that?
Yeah. I mean, I can. A lot of people in the community, I think, have been understandably confused about it. When we say that Dovetail Flight Simulator is going to be based on Microsoft flight technology, what we mean by that is that it's based on Microsoft flight simulation technology as an umbrella term, not referencing any one specific Microsoft flight simulator title.
Okay, so it's the whole flight technology as such, as opposed to just, FSX
Flight
or just
simulation technology.
Yeah, Microsoft Flight and such like. So it's all of that past stuff.
Yeah.
And plenty of new stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to have lots more screenshots, lots more news, information, videos, all the stuff you guys want to see. It is coming. We are getting there. We're going to get it out to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. Going to be worth the wait. Okay, moving on. Another question from TU114. Again, he says, having some problems with dual monitor support. Can't seem to run FSX in full screen mode and also run a second monitor which is showing something like Plan G, for example. I've seen this a lot, especially with Windows 10. Seems to be a bit fiddly on Windows 10 at the moment. But we've had it running in the studio. We've done some tests here. You've got it running in yours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely possible.
I don't have Windows 10 on mine, though.
No, that's true. That is true. I think probably what it is maybe you're just missing a step somewhere along the line. Maybe just, haven't clicked a certain option, haven't just got a certain driver set up or something along those lines. Does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, it could be any number of factors, but yeah, if you get in touch with our support guys, that's dovetailgames.kayako.com.
Yeah, dovetailgames.kayako.com.
Yeah, we would be happy to help you get FSX set up on multiple models.
Yeah, they can troubleshoot that for you and just kind of work your way through it and stuff, and it shouldn't be an issue at all. So please just get in touch, and it's probably the easiest way we can get that one sorted for you.
Okay.
And finally, any plans to bring FSX Steam Edition, bear with me, NVIDIA GeForce Experience Gaming Optimization, that's a mouthful, any plans to bring that to FSX?
I mean, it's something we're aware of, but it's not something we have plans to do at the moment.
No.
I think if we did something similar to that, we would want to do something that spans across all brands of graphic cards rather than just focus on the one. But I could definitely see, I mean, it's a helpful tool, so it's, it's something we'd consider.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, really kind of making sure everyone's system runs really well, making sure everyone's system is optimized and everyone's getting stable performance has really been the key thing we've focused on with a lot of the updates and a lot of stuff we've brought to FSX so far. So yeah, maybe in the future this could be something we can consider, but it's not something we're focusing on just yet. Moving on, we've got a question from Mikey TWC. Mikey always has a question for us, never fails every week. So hi Mikey, if you're watching.
Hello.
Mikey says, any chance or any plans to make changes to the way recording works in FSX? So at the moment he says he's getting massive file sizes. So 18 seconds worth of flight footage is about 3 gig in size, which is fair play, that is quite big.
Yeah, that's a lot of gigs for 18 seconds.
So what's the score with that one? Any chance of making some changes to that?
It's not something we're looking at, as that would require changes to the core sim, which we're unable to do. However, there are some third-party add-ons out there that improve upon that. Easy Dock by Flight One comes
Yep.
to mind, and then there's FS Recorder as well. So there's definitely software out there that can improve your recording experience.
Now, one of those you've got to run the previous version, isn't that right?
Yeah, it's FS Recorder. It's one of the previous versions that you have to run in order to get it to work with FSX Steam Edition.
Yeah, I think it's the one before this one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, but those guys are always updating that, so I'm sure it'll be up and running soon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as we've said before, we're happy to work with software developers in order to make their stuff compatible with FSX Steam Edition.
Yeah, I mean, there's, as you say, there's some great third-party options out there. There are some independent third-party stuff out there. There's programs like Fraps and things. It really depends what you're looking for in terms of the footage you want to capture and what you're going to use it for, but we'd suggest explore some of those is probably the best way to go. Right, so let's have a look here. We've got some questions come in from the chat. If you have any more, then do let us know as we go along, and we'll get those up there. So Neomin, is that how you pronounce that, do you think? Any plans for future improvements to multiplayer in FSX Steam Edition?
Because the multiplayer is run via the Steam client, it's not something I think we have a whole lot of control over. And even so, I mean, a lot of the multiplayer functionality in FSX is built into the core, so
Sure.
It's not something that we can change or
Not on a fundamental level,
develop. No. So, any multiplayer changes will be manifesting themselves in the new flight sim.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned there, it's built on the Steam platform and the Steam technology, which is one of the big things we moved over from when we brought FSX to Steam, because it was previously based on, I forgot.
GameSpy.
Thank you. I completely forgot the name of the system it was based on, which by that time was defunct.
Yeah.
It wasn't running at all. So we brought it over to Steam. And we're really focused on kind of optimizing that for Steam. So actually in this update that's coming out, there's a little optimization tweaks to the way private invites work for multiplayer and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're doing little bits and pieces just to kind of smooth out that process, make it easier to connect with your friends and play with people. But in terms of adding new content or game modes or anything like that, it's not something we're going to be seeing. But upon saying that, FSX multiplayer has a lot of, there are a lot of community sites out there, a lot of virtual flying groups, lots of active players who are doing bits and pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
So, if you're looking to take the experience further, check some of those out. We've got a section in the forum where people are always posting up, they're looking for new people to join a certain group or looking for new people to join, their virtual airways. So there's plenty of stuff out there to explore. I'd suggest maybe go checking some of that out.
Yeah.
Moving on, what we got? We got OMG'd Sun. Omeg. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. OMG'd Sun. Sorry, apologise if I'm getting that one wrong. Will these new Orbx add-ons be exclusive to Steam permanently, or are they for a set time? That's a really good question.
And they will be exclusive to Steam for a set amount of time.
Okay. So Steam-only version to start with, and then they're going to be available elsewhere later on. But if you want them first, get them on Steam.
Yep.
Brilliant. Roy Boxham, will you be at FSX Weekend Leisted in November? Leisted? Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
Are we going to be there in November? I don't know. Are we? Are we going to be there in November? You're going to be there?
Yes, I will be there in some capacity. I haven't decided whether or not we're going to be having a company presence there, but I know whatever happens, I'll be there for sure.
We'll definitely be there one way or another. Perhaps for anyone who doesn't know what that is, you might want to explain.
Oh, sorry. FS Weekend is the largest flight sim show, I believe, in the world.
Really?
Yes, yeah. I haven't been yet, but I know people who have gone and they say it's a fantastic time. I'm really looking forward to going this year.
Okay.
And yeah, if you see me there, please feel free to grab me and say hi.
There you go. So we're definitely going to be there in some sort of presence. We're just not quite sure what it will be just yet.
Yeah.
Sambrio, yeah, I'll go with that. Sambrio 333, any large commercial aircraft come in?
We are working on it, and I know we've said that we're working on it quite a bit, but we are. It's a matter of, it's a lot of things really. It's licensing. It's getting the licensing from aircraft manufacturers. It's getting the licensing from airline operators to use their liveries. We're committed to bringing, the best content to you guys the right way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something else that's probably worth mentioning is this new update, the one that came out last week, and we had a few problems with. One of the reasons we're really keen to get it out is because it makes lots of changes behind the scenes, the way that Steam deals with add-on content and organizes add-on content, and it makes much more diverse and bigger add-on content suitable for the Steam platform.
Yeah.
So once we get that out the door, you're going to see a whole range of more diverse and more interesting and much bigger downloads and bigger packs and more complex stuff come your way.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, definitely going to be happening in the future. We are aware there's a demand for it. We know players want to see it. We are working on it. Expect to see some stuff soon. Jaime? Go on, give me, what do you reckon? Jaime 77. We're going to go with that. Apologies if we got that one wrong. Will we see a sneak peek of Dovetail Games Flight Sim in the near future?
Define near future.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah. It's not that far away. It's September now, so.
But we're probably going to show some stuff before next year, though. Surely we're going to maybe some screenshots. Maybe I'll work on it. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
We'll get something out at some point soon. I do promise. We're absolutely going to get some stuff out. What exactly that would be, we're not quite sure, but definitely going to be more news as we build up to launch.
Yeah.
Mickey Aussie, is Orbx LC Europe or North America going to be available through Steam? Are they?
Well, we don't have any plans to bring those titles to Steam just yet, but you know, here's hoping.
Yeah, I mean we got a fantastic partnership with Orbx. We're working with the team.
Yeah. I mean, the focus at the moment is getting Friday Harbor and Mixed Field out. You know, we really hope you guys enjoy it. I know I have. So, yeah, once those are out, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll get those out, and we'll see. I mean, if there are certain add-ons you're interested in, we've always turned around and said, let us know on Facebook, let us know on Steam, tell us on FSX Insider, and we'll reach out to as many people as possible and try and bring these things to the Steam platform. Right then, what we got? Ride Car 2. Will there be any more tutorials coming in FSX? Maybe some per aircraft, airport type stuff?
We won't be bringing any more tutorials to FSX Steam Edition, as again, they are content included in the core sim.
Yeah.
However, we are continuing to bring mission packs.
Yep.
From the likes of Take Flight Interactive, Jade Rachel Whitaker, to Steam. So you definitely have new experiences to use it in FSX Steam Edition.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a range of fantastic tutorials out there on places like YouTube and such like that you can find if you want to learn a few more skills. Again, our forums, FSX Insider, places like that, the community are very welcoming, very supportive. They will talk you through any problems or questions you have about this kind of stuff. And we were talking today actually about possibly looking at doing some sort of flight school series, maybe some sort of web-based article series, maybe on FSX Insider.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, it's totally up to you guys. I mean, if there's anything you want to see specifically, please feel free to get in touch with us.
Yeah. I mean, we want to bring you the content you want to see. So if you think some articles along those lines, or maybe some tutorial videos, perhaps, or some other stuff we could do here, do let us know. And if there's a big enough demand, we can certainly look into doing that.
Yeah, and by all means, you know, if you've done something like a tutorial or a video or an article, feel free to submit it.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's have another look. A380DF.
Gotta love an A380.
Oh, yeah. That probably would have been easier to say, wouldn't it? Yeah, I didn't think that one through. Will you work with third-party developers to support the new flight sim?
Yes. Yeah. Third-party developers are massively important in the flight sim industry, and I mean their input is vital to anything we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
we're well aware of that. And in fact, you could really say that the stuff we're doing now with FSX, that's kind of laying the groundwork of those relationships and those partnerships.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, working with the guys from Orbx, from Aerosoft, Mission Aware Technologies, you know, we're talking.
Yeah, absolutely. As is often the case, when you're talking about these things, we can't quite confirm anything just yet, but yes, absolutely, we want to work with third-party developers. It's a big part of the plans of the future.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, look out for more news and information about that coming soon. I'm being told that's about it. Let me just have one final check with Jay. He's giving me the nod, so no more questions. If you didn't get a chance to answer your question or you think of something later, then by all means, please get in touch with us. You can do that through the likes of the Steam forums. As you say, you find that on our Steam page. Just click the little Community Hub button in the corner. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, FSX Insider.
Yep.
And you can find links to all of these things on any of our main pages, no problem at all. In fact, there they are at the bottom of the screen, I've just been told. So that will teach me not to look, won't it? Right, so thank you very much. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope there's plenty there to think about and lots of interesting and exciting news. The video of this Twitch will be on YouTube in the next couple of days, so if you didn't get a chance to watch all of it or join us, then you can tune in a bit later on and catch up. And happy flying.
All right, happy flying.
All the best, folks.